We're going to bring in Jerry Jordan, head of the Judiciary. Yes, there is Mr. Jordan. Jim Jordan's right there. I'm sorry, I said Jerry Jordan. I meant Jim Jordan. My very dear and longtime friend and head of the Judiciary Committee. Jim Jordan, thank you. Sure. We're switching gears. We'll get Britt Human a little bit.
I got you.
But your take, your thoughts on this, Mr. Jordan.
Well, first of all, we're glad that no one was seriously hurt. Looks like the Secret Service agent is going to be fine. You know, I was also, I've been struck by, you think about, you watch it, President Trump's composure, his poise, the way he handled it, it's just amazing. No, I mean, you think about what he's been through, very few people can handle it that way. But I do think, and I said this the other day, Larry, I do think it's interesting that the same week we have this third attempt on President Trump's life, just happened to also be the same week we learned that the Southern Poverty Law Center was actually out there fomenting the hate they're supposed to fight against, and they were spending upwards of like $3 million to put in these informants in these hate groups to gin it up and further divide the country. I don't think that should be lost on anyone, that these two things happened in the exact same week. So let's hope things change, as you said in your opening monologue. But it'd be nice if we didn't have the group that put themselves out as the standard for evaluating who's a good group and who's a bad group, who's a hate group, who's an extremist group, if they weren't actually running a scam and actually promoting the hate that they tell everyone they're supposed to be fighting.
I mean, it's just, I don't know, you know, we've both been around. I mean, I've witnessed all these assassinations, and then we didn't have any for a while, and then we had some attempts, and you know, thankfully Reagan was spared, and thankfully nothing has gotten through with Mr. Trump. And it's the country that I love, and it's the country that you love, Jim Jordan. And you've served, you know, we've both been in government service one way or another for a very long time, and we've talked to each other. I don't know what it is, Jim. I mean, I'm being honest with you. Was wall-to-wall coverage of this and so forth on our network and others. But I don't know why it is that the country we love is producing this kind of violence and this kind of violent rhetoric, as you point out, the Southern Poverty Law Center, whatever they call themselves. You see it on the internet. People were out, you know, whatever they call it, the Luigi phenomenon or something, for this crazy guy that killed the healthcare executive. You know, these are not heroes. These are terrible people, and they are punished. They will be punished. But what is it in our discourse? What's happening to America that we love?
Yeah, it's so divided, but I just want to back up and say one thing. It's still the best thing going. I mean, my wife and I, we traveled to Europe last year for a few days, and it was a neat trip and everything, but it's not America. This is still the best thing going, and I think it's always important to remember that. But you are right, this division is just not healthy, and we're seeing way too much of it. But I actually think there are a group of folks on the left, which now unfortunately control the other party, who simply don't like the country. Look at what Mamdani said when he's sworn in as the new mayor of our greatest and biggest city. He said we got to replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism. What is he talking about? So there's a group that don't like the country, and they're always downgrading the country, always attacking what America is, what I think makes us special, the principles and values that make us special. That's not helping the situation. I think that is just unfortunate. We see that now from the entity, the left that now controls the Democrat Party.
I mean, it's great to have a discourse. It's great to have disagreement. Political disagreement is fabulous, as long as it's not violent, and as long as it's peaceful. And the verbiage, the discourse itself, I don't know. When I grew up in politics, during the Reagan era, which was my first whack at it, it just wasn't. People were self-effacing. They had a sense of humor. Not all Democrats hated all Republicans. You know what I mean? It's just this odd thing. Ronald Reagan got a lot of Democratic votes from the House of Representatives and the Senate. It's with ideas, by the way, that are very similar to Donald Trump's. You see what I'm saying? I mean, things like tax cuts, budget cuts, reform agenda. Anyway, it's a different world. So listen.
Well, I really think it's the left constantly constantly, every minute of every day, the left is attacking President Trump.
Yeah.
And that has to have an impact. There's just, I mean, just human nature. It has to have an impact. And that's what's got to change. You're right. The First Amendment. We want a robust First Amendment. That's good. That's great. That's something special about America. But you can't have this just constant, never-ending attack in such a personal and vicious way from the left against our commander-in-chief and our president.
So just to switch subjects slightly, there are lots of votes going to come up in the House. I am not a happy camper. I don't want a skinny budget bill, a skinny reconciliation bill. Jim Jordan, I want something that you all, the Republicans, can proudly run on in the midterm elections. I want to put the Voting Rights Amendment in that big bill. I want to see some tax cuts, maybe inflation index, capital gains, maybe some middle-class tax cuts. I'd like to see the Pentagon supplemental. I'd like to see the waste, fraud, and abuse. The waste, fraud, and abuse issue is gigantic. People love this. Hundreds of billions of dollars. But a skinny bill that just keeps going. I mean, I'm all for ICE. I'm all for the customs. I'm all for the border security. But that's not the only thing in American political life right now. You guys need something you can run on, some achievement, something big like we had last year.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, Larry, I said much of that to our conference last week. The problem is, I mean, I think it should be, I would love some more tax cuts in there, and the fraud prevention, for goodness sake, I would love that to be in there.
Yeah.
But we're in this unfortunate situation because the Democrats won't fund the Department of Homeland Security, for goodness sake. They won't do it because they got this attack on ICE. I mean, think about what the Democrats did. They let in 10 million people in the 4 years of the Biden administration, let in 10 million illegal migrants. Then they create sanctuary jurisdictions, which makes it tough to remove any of those migrants who commit other crimes. And now they're saying, we're not going to pay the guys who do the removing. We're not going to pay ICE. You got to be kidding me. And they're willing to shut down DHS to accomplish what I just described. That is crazy. So we got to get past that. We got to have a Department of Homeland Security, particularly in light of what we just saw happen, or this attempt on President Trump's life on Saturday night. So I do think we got to get those two bills passed, the reconciliation that deals with ICE and, of course, DHS. But I agree with you. We need a broader package, and fraud prevention in light of what we're learning about California and Minnesota. Come on. So hopefully we'll get to that in a third reconciliation. At least that's the plan.
You know, listen, third reconciliation. I always felt you just get one bite out of the apple, Jim Jordan. Now, you know better than I. I'm not going to argue. You're an expert. You're in the thick of it. You're Jim Jordan, for heaven's sakes. But I'm just saying, I don't think you're going to get more than one bite. And I would put everything into one big package, 50 votes plus the VP, and 218 votes in the House of Representatives one time. This is like last year. I made the same argument a year ago. I mean, it may need magic, all right, and this is a wonderful world we live in, and we love America, and we're all patriots. You need one big, beautiful bill 2.0.
Look, like I said, I made that argument in the conference, but for this fact that we're about ready to run out of money, I think we should go down that road. We'll see what happens this week.
The Kudlow Economic Growth Plan. I'm telling you, it's the Kudlow Economic Growth Plan. Jim Jordan, Judiciary Chair. That doesn't speak half of the great things he does around this country. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Larry. Take care.